All right, so this is going to be a short little workout to open up the thoracic spine. Go ahead and stand with your feet hip width apart, toes in, heels out. Find some good alignment, length on the spine. Take some big breaths. Knees unlocked. Just a little bit of a hinge of the hips back in space. Let's go hands on the thighs. We're gonna inhale and arch, exhale and round. We're gonna do the whole spine. Think of a standing cat-cow. Arching the back, lifting the chin, and then tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. So we're opening and closing the entire spine. You can have your shoulders come forward on the exhale and back on the inhale. You could even move your hips a little bit forward and back if it helps. Just opening the entire back area. The paraspinal muscles, flexing and stretching. Now come back up to standing. We're gonna focus now only on this thoracic section. So keep a little bit of a tuck, keep the chin nice and level, and focus on just the thoracic spine, flexing and extending. Flexing and extending. Think about the vertebrae behind your heart. You want to push those vertebrae back and then push them forward. Back and forward. And depending on where you feel the tightness, you may want to try to isolate that a little bit higher maybe, or maybe a little bit lower. Find that sweet spot for you. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Two more. Back to neutral. All right. Shoulder rolls, easy. Rolls back, up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. So here we're moving the shoulder blades, getting stretch on the rhomboids, on the pecs, on the lats, on the upper traps, different muscles that attach to the scapula, which affect the connections to the rhomboids to the spine. Changing directions, shoulder rolls forward, shoulder rolls back. Okay, back to neutral, standing tall again. Side flexion. First, we're gonna go with everything. The thoracic spine and the head. So we get a full stretch of the spine. And then come back up and go to the other side. So it's just like we did with flexion and extension. We're doing the hip moving, the torso moving, the head moving. One side and the other. A couple times to the left and to the right. Come back up to vertical. And now let's try to isolate for the thoracic. So just the thoracic spine.
That's startled me.
Side flexion, trying to keep the neck and the pelvis out of it.
Turning downwards to my one. And yet we go to our side.
Come back to center. Let's go to a tabletop position. Hands on the floor, knees and feet. Let's try some cat-cows here. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. So we're doing some cat cows. First, all the way tailbone to the head. Rounding and arching. And then we'll isolate just the thoracic spine. You can make the movements really slow and mindful. And when you got a good grip on it, if you want, you can go a little bit faster. Neither is better, they just work slightly different. Let's inhale, right arm out to the side, and exhale, thread underneath your left armpit. Bring the right shoulder to the ground, right ear to the ground, but the shoulder away from the ear. Breathing here. Try to keep your feet and your hips in line. And use the breath to expand that space behind the heart. Breathe into the space between the vertebrae. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press yourself out back to neutral. Inhale, left arm out to the side and thread. Left shoulder away from the left ear. Breathe into the spine. Big breaths here. Couple more. And inhale big. Exhale, come back to center. A couple cat cows, full spine to reset. Glad you're working when I'm done. Maybe. And child pose. You can do it with the knees together or with the knees apart. Forehead to the ground. Feet correct into the back. Walk your hands to the right side and let's stretch to the left side. Big breaths. Maybe walking a couple more inches to the right, really looking for that stretch. You might even turn into a little bit of a rotation, that's okay, or you can keep the sternum flat to the ground. And let's go back to center. Reset here with a breath or two. And then let's go to the left side. Walk your hands, torso to the left. Find a nice stretch on the lats and the paraspinals of the right side. Big breath, use the breath to stretch. Pull a little farther. Come back to center. A couple breaths here to reset. let's come slowly back up. And we'll lay on our backs now. Hug your knees to the chest. Interlace your hands behind your head. Set up for a bridge with the big toes touching, knees touching. Lift the hips up and look for an arch more than in the lower back on the thoracic spine. You can even tuck your tailbone so that you can focus. I'm not working, buddy.
No.
You're being so patient. No. Count to 4.
No.
1, 2, 3. Tucking the tailbone, lifting and arching the back. Tucking the chin in. Hands can be interlaced, or you could even stretch them back behind your head. Take an inhale. And exhale. Roll the spine down to the ground. Arms straight out like a T. Palms face up. Knees together, feet together. Cross the right leg over the left. Send the knees to the right for a crossover stretch. But then we're going to take the left foot and walk it heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, as if you were trying to catch your right knee towards your right shoulder. And this will help get the twist up, higher up the spine. Ideally, the left shoulder would stay on the ground. You can cheat a little bit if you want to. Just know that the more that left shoulder rises up, the less of a clean rotation you'll get on the spine. And then slowly bring it back through center the same way that you came. Uncross. You need to take a little bridge to reset here. And then we'll go to the other side. So now the left leg crosses over the right. Heel toe moving that right foot towards the left side. Left knee comes closer to the shoulder. Into the twist. Right shoulder stays down. Big breaths here. And back to center. Reset. Let's take a bridge here. And then slowly roll the spine down to the ground. Hands to the side of the hips. You can start with the knees bent. We're going to go into a chandelle pose. So coming into, you could also call it a shoulder stand if you want. Legs straight up. And then you can send those legs back behind you and look for the nice plow stretch. You could rest your knees on your forehead. Sometimes you can bring your palms down and rest your knees on your elbows. Obviously, the farther your feet go away and back from your head, the more higher up of a stretch you'll get. You gotta be really careful with your neck here. You can use your palms also on the back for safety. And then very slowly, with control, let the hip touch the ground. And we'll do one final bridge pose to straighten up the spine. From there, you can come into Shavasana, final resting pose, just laying yourself face up on the ground. And stay here for a few minutes. And when you're ready, you're just going to roll onto your side and come up to standing. Good work.